are your biggest asset or your greatest
So
downfall?
I was going to ask a very simple question. Who do you see when you look into the mirror? Who do you see? Because I tell you, that person you see when you look at your mirror is responsible for your limitation, is your biggest enemy, and as well your biggest fan. If you're going to rise or fall, that person you're staring at when you look at your mirror will be responsible. Is actually the person that is responsible. Whether you succeed in life or you fail, the person actually responsible for your failure or success is that person that is always staring at you when you look at the mirror. Don't ever take that person for granted. That person will determine how far you go in life. Most times we try to, blame someone for our success. So, most times we blame people for our failure. But the reason why so and so did not work out, for me is because of so and so. No, actually, the one that is responsible, that's going to be responsible, is that person that keeps staring at you whenever you look at the mirror. And then if you're going to take care of anybody, you have to take care of that person that continues to stare at you when you look at the mirror. Friends, my life is very simple, if we can understand it. But then we seem to be always struggling with complications. Sometimes it looks as if we love complications more than the simplicity of life. It's simple. What you say is what you have. Nobody can be more responsible for your success than you. Exactly the person that is always staring at you. If you take good care of them, it will be to your advantage. If you decide not to take good care of that person, it will be to your disadvantage or your detriment. So the ball is always going to be on our court. So do the needful. If you're going to be a billionaire tomorrow, it all depends on you. You are going to be, in fact, if you don't believe in yourself, how are people going to believe you? If you don't believe that person and staring at you in the mirror, how is anyone going to believe what you have going? Unfortunately, a lot of people have gone to the grave with all kinds of dreams, ideas for a better world, ideas for a better tomorrow, that never saw the light of day. What a disappointment. And that is not what you want to do. The other day we were talking about people that don't have the staying power, and they actually aborted what they had going because they were not patient enough. Most times you find out that you have what it takes. The only missing ingredient for you not to make it this year or next year or whenever is because you lack staying power. What is staying power? It could be patience, just a little more patience. Quitting before your breakthrough is the worst thing that can happen to you. You don't need all that. Because if you say, okay, just like the Chinese will say, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a step. So if you know you are going to take a 1,000 steps in 1,000 miles, or you want to start a journey, and you know it's going to take you 1,000 miles to complete it, and you take that step, one step at a time, you just know that you have 1,000 miles in view and you have to complete it. Same way with success. If you don't put all the cards on the table, if you don't put all the steps together, you will not get to your destination of success. Success is a destination, and we keep moving from one step to the other. It's high time we sit up and say, okay, let's do this. And if we're going to do it, we're going to finish it. Because it's one thing to start a thing, it's another to finish it. I love what Jesus said. He said, my food is to do the will of him that sent me and to finish it. It's wanting to start and another to finish. Don't ever start something you won't be able to finish. It's a miscarriage. It's the worst thing that can ever happen. In fact, the feeling of it. The word said, who starts building and does not first of all sit down and run the cost, sit down and calculate whether he or she is able to finish. Because finishing is the main thing. You can't start a journey of success and not have at the back of your mind to succeed. Because whatever you have going, most times, just like me, major reason why I'm on social media is to make ends meet, period. Yeah, you could say, okay, fun. You could equally say, okay, he wants to make a statement and all that. All those things, you can now put it together. But I'm not here for child's play. You definitely don't want to come up on social media and be playing. Because it's where consistency will take you, excuses will never. And today we have a world of too many excuses. People give excuse for not succeeding in life. They have a very perfect excuse for not succeeding in life. What a shame. What a sad situation. But I tell you, what you have going, if you can be consistent with it, having in mind that your biggest fan is the one staring at you always when you look at the mirror, and your biggest failure will be from the same person staring at you when you look at the mirror. We have all it takes. Now, people go for prayers to succeed, for favor and all that. It's just extra. It's more like icing on the cake. If you don't have your acts together, if you don't have intention to succeed, the prayer may not really do nothing for you. Alright, enough of that. Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel, very important. In fact, I need 1,000 subscribers as soon as possible. So after watching this video, please subscribe. It will do us good, and so that you get to see more of us, because we have a lot. I have a lot to say on this space. And then follow us on all our social media platforms. TikTok, wonderful place to be as well. and then YouTube and the rest